things going, holders of XRP? Greetings from the Crypto Zcat channel again. As always, I appreciate you all, wherever you are in the world. Happy Sunday. Even though it's rather late here, I thought we could discuss XRP and share my general view. As far as the market is concerned, we've been witnessing a lot of distress since Friday. As you may imagine, Friday ended somewhat negatively. As we head into Sunday morning, we're seeing it really play out. Saturday was pretty much a bit of a red day. Although we are only witnessing a slight correction, the market is looking fantastic overall. However, we must never forget that the CME futures are closed during the weekend. However, if we take a broad view, we shouldn't really ignore the bigger picture, because both XRP and the market as a whole are down approximately 2.2%. In terms of price, it is down 2.4% in USD and 1.3%. Different assets will be tokenized over the course of the next 5 to 10 years. People will be able to get a great deal of clarity much more easily, because there's so many questions that can be answered in this day and age. There will be a lot of transparency when it comes to buying and selling. You don't actually need a lot of third parties. Tokenization is the solution to this problem. And for that reason, tokenization is being discussed a lot. In relation to tokenization, take a look at this. Tokenized treasuries have surpassed $7 billion, with BlackRock, the largest asset management in the world, leading the charge, as seen by the approaching $3 billion 0 cents. On-chain assets are becoming more and more popular among institutions. Although we are not shocked by this channel, have a look at this FedNow tokenized deposit going future in order to enable real-time payments in an always-on system. Our payment system has undergone a number of changes in recent years. By bringing these capabilities to DLT platforms, we think tokenized deposits expand on innovations like FedNow and real-time payments. And kudos to Chad, who said that the largest banks have flipped behind the scenes. Wait for it, they're all in. Of course, this is only a rumor, but it somewhat echoes the main ones we've been hearing about. Bank of America implementing the XRP ledger since the start of the year. Actually, this also brings up the subject of NDAs. The more than 1,700 NDAs that our banks have signed really use our larger companies, some of which are already utilizing blockchain technology and are not even related to the financial services sector. Given how frequently blockchain is being substantial amount of support in this area, which serves as resistance as we were breaking upward, it is now playing as a support level. You may see this for yourself, but keep in mind that there is more manipulation than normal because we are on a weekend. Bitcoin did decline from that 1.9. Pause my video and watch my previous video to see what's really interesting. I also discussed the possibility of our taking back 109. To be precise, I said 109,000. Actually, we retested that. Naturally, that was still a blatant phony on Saturday. The prices did decline back down to 106, so it's clear that there is support there. That brings us to the conclusion that our price discussions have been spot on. Therefore, it goes without saying that I am currently taking into account what clearly occurred on Friday. Of course, you are aware that the tariff negotiations are taking place once more. It's the weekend. You are aware of some of the things we must remember, as well as the additional piece issue. As I mentioned to you all yesterday, there is a chance that we will retest the $2.28. As a matter of fact, we reached that neckline. Since then, I've noticed a slight uptick, but as we can see, that support is actually manifesting as a significant degree of support that was anticipated for us. Everything is going okay so far, still in the 38.2, of course. Those who will come out will notice that the price of XRP is declining. I sincerely hope that you all comprehend the reason behind the slight retracement. We'll take it one step at a time, but in the big picture, XRP is still holding up really well within the 38.2 range, just below the 23.6, which is all-time high territory. I appreciate all of your help. Peace out, and we'll see you in Crypto Asiatics later.